There was a huge dump for the Bitcoin price today. We will talk with DavinciJ15 about the Bitcoin price, whether there is further downside, whether there will be another crash or dump or correction, whatever you want to call it, or whether this is just a bear trap. We will also talk about US dollar Tether because we might have proof that there is significant risk for everyone holding Tether. And also, there is a little manipulation aspect attached to it. So if you're already looking forward to it, sit down, smash up the like button right now. And that being said, without any further ado, DavinciJ15, thank you so much for coming here into that emergency episode. And we want to come to the most important question of today. DavinciJ15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing well also. You know, we are Moonboys at MMCrypto. When the price is going down, we are not the happiest persons alive, but still, man, we are very happy. It is a great time to live at. Whatever the price does, it is still a huge revolution, and we always should think about that, about the long term, about the big picture. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. Everyone is asking, what about Bitcoin right now? It's going down. It broke this wedge to the downside. Is there further downside, or is it only a bear trap? Will we go higher now? So maybe we pull up the charts and check out what this is all about.
Yeah, well, we had an emergency episode because I felt that Bitcoin was going higher, and I had a trade that always does well for me, and for the first time in a long time, I haven't even seen it actually ever fail for me. It has failed me, and I'm a little sad. But here, let's take a look at that trade. Right, we had this trade on from way back. It was a 4-hour notification saying, "Hey, you know what? This thing's going a lot higher." Right, there was a lot of back and forth. We created a wedge pattern, and that wedge pattern, I was sure that was going to break up higher. But unfortunately, it did not, and it broke down. It cleared out my stops. I cleared out all my stops from everywhere, and so I am out of this market. So you know what? As a trader, right, you have to understand that you must set up a plan, right? How you're going to trade, and you just stick to it, and that's it. You don't try to deviate, even though your gut says no, this thing's not going to work out. You just stick to your plan, always, always, always. And you just move on. When the plan doesn't work out, and you just, okay, next trade. I know that's hard. That's very difficult because it's very emotional when it comes to your money, right? You feel like I don't want to lose, right? But this is how you trade, right? There's going to be days of wins and days of losses.
That's true. And also, can we zoom in a little bit because the numbers are a little small right now? Yeah, perfect. And also what you said is only go in with a small percentage because whatever you do, if it goes against you, you want to make sure that you are there on the next day taking the next trade again. You don't want to be wiped out completely if a trade goes wrong. So for now, everyone who is going into trades with a small portion and who is ready to go into the next trade today. What is the game plan today? Maybe we have something like scenarios if it's going to the downside or to the upside, because yesterday, for example, with that wedge, there were two scenarios. When it's going to the downside, people were able to make a breakout trade to the downside. When it's going to the upside, they were able to make a breakout trade to the upside. And right now, it went to the downside. Maybe some people took advantage of that when going out to taking this short breakout trade. But what about right now? What do you think? Where is the price heading to? And maybe we can also talk about some probabilities.
Well, I would say I would do this. No, that's probably, you know what? Let's just take a look and see what that gives us. I'm going to see if this gives us anything to trade with. Right here to here, that would be your trade. So you don't have much room to the downside other than looking for the 61.8 tag. Is what I would suggest we look as a downside target if this thing truly wants to go down, of course, right? Because, you know, all the moon boys out there, this could have been just the what's it called, the Bybit and BitMEX guys coming in and saying, hey, you know what, everybody's gone long, and we're gonna lose a lot of money here. and they could just move the money to Bitstamp and Bitfinex, and then sell all that money, sell it all down and push this market down. And then of course, the Moon Boys could come back and go, no, we don't want that. So we gotta watch
And we
out.
get a Bart Simpson.
This could Bart right back up here. And so I don't have a trade here. I have to, of course, wait for a trading pattern to emerge before I can actually make a trade. If you want to risk to the 61.8, you can. It is a possibility that we do tag the 61.8. It would make a lot of sense before we come back up. And we could also, you got to watch out for this could go sideways the whole day and then Bart right back up. And if we come up to this green, at least to this green line and W it out, that's really positive. I really think we have to pass this other descending line here, and get on above that and stay above that before we can say, hey, you know what, we're going higher. That's the only way I could see where we're going higher. The green one, not so much. This red one here would be much better.
So even though we broke it to the downside, the upper trend line is still valid in this at this point of time. So what you are saying is, yeah, we can go to the downside, and then we would be targeting as an exit price the 61.8, which is at 10,300 something. But if it is going to the upside, we still have this upper trend line, and it can Bart right back up to that. So there is actually a short opportunity and a long opportunity if certain things happen. How would you actually phrase it, or what are you waiting for as a price signal so you are going into a short trade, and what are you waiting for as a signal so you are going into a long trade, so maybe the people can have some picture what to do as the time passes and as the price gives us some signs?
Honestly, we have to wait for the price to tell us what to do, the price action to tell us what to do. You can't say what it will provide us as a signal. You have to wait and let it show us the signal that it's going to give us. So effectively, there's no trade here until we see something that will give us a signal. Like I have to see a DAVO if I was using my DAVO signal here to go up or down, right? I'd look for a DAVO, or I'd look for if a bot trade or something. Either there's also like the gap and go. There's lots of things you can do in order to look for a trade, but you have to let the market. You have to let it show you what direction it's going.
Okay, I understand. So what you would actually do right now is you would let the time pass and then decide once the market tells you something to go into a short or a long trade. But if we try to phrase that a little bit more detailed, is there anything like any specific price target, any trend line which the price has to pass, anything you are looking out for to say, okay, right now I will be opening a short position if that happens, I will be opening a long position if that happens?
Yeah, I would say we have to let the 38.2 resolve, right? That's way down here. That's 11,100. That would probably be a good way to determine direction. But honestly, because we broke out of this wedge triangle, the best trade right now is to just take the continuation trade and stop loss it right out here, right where we were in the center point, and let's take a look what it gives us as a risk to reward ratio. There you go. You've got a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and that would be your next trade if you really want to look for taking a trade blindly onto this. I wouldn't consider it that much blindly, because you know what, we did break this, and this is signaling the direction, and so you have a higher percentage chance of being right all the way down to 61.8.
Can we maybe share this this Coinergy setup for everyone who is interested in that setup, in what to do if the price is going that or that direction? Can we share it with our community in Telegram? Maybe you send it afterwards and we put it in the Telegram group, which is in the pinned comment and which is also in the description.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I
Yes, that's
mean,
cool.
yeah, I wouldn't trade it because it's not in my trading plan, and so that's why I wouldn't do it. But I mean, it's a trade,
Yeah.
decent trade.
So for everyone who cannot hold still and who wants to make his own research, can check that out, and maybe that's something for you. So thank you so much, DaVinci. At the moment, it is somehow in our trading zone, even though we have a potential trade right there, but still we have the two scenarios being laid down in that episode. So thank you so much for shedding light on that. Everyone who was freaking out, now finally we have some perspective what is going to happen in the market for Bitcoin. And we have some other news, some very interesting news to share with the audience. Before we do that, very quickly, because it's only 2 days left, for everyone watching who wants to get for like 30-40 seconds of your time $110 free bonus. It is only like 2 days left or so. Yeah, I think 2 days left. Everyone who wants to do it, just go to our pinned comment. There is a link actually. You just have to click that link and register yourself with a 0.2 Bitcoin deposit. You get a $110 free bonus on Bybit. And no matter what, if you want to trade, if you don't want to trade, you can leave your 0.2 Bitcoin and only trade the bonus, or you can trade. It is up to you guys. So make sure you check it out. Only 2 days left, 30 seconds, $110. And now this is the report we wanted to talk about. And it says that around 300 addresses, actually 318 addresses, contain 80% of the Tether supply. That means that the Gini coefficient is very low. We have a huge centralization of capital for Tether. So, DaVinci, first of all, what are your thoughts about that in terms of danger of other Tether holders? And maybe we can also talk about manipulation afterwards.
Yeah, well, we all think that Tether is like being printed and moving the market, right? And it's probably the case. We don't have any kind of like direct evidence, but we have circumstantial evidence that says that this is what's going on. Also, now that we know that only 300, just over 300 addresses hold 80% of Tether, what we do know is that they are only 75% backed. So these people are big whales, like, very rich people that have direct contact with Tether. And so they will be notified when Tether is about to collapse, and then you will be stuck holding the bag.
Yes.
So I would be very, very careful holding any Tether at any point in time, because this is a clear indication that you could be the one that's left with nothing.
Exactly. It's the same. Just imagine, like, if you are looking at the banking system or anything, if there is a bailout, there are always people who are paid first and there are always people who are paid last. So you can somehow also put that onto the Tether system. Just think about who is going to be paid first. Is it the rich people? Is it the people with the connections? Or is it the smaller guys, holding a couple of thousands of Tether tokens only or something like that? Just make up your own mind and you will come to the conclusion, most probably, that these guys are going to be paid first. And if that happens, there's only 75% backed. There's nothing but nothing left for the other guys. So just keep that in mind always when holding Tether. You can trade with Tether, but just don't hold it like for a year or so. The risk involved is huge and significant. Also, DaVinci, I wanted to pick something up, because if you have such a huge concentration of capital, like 80% only being held by 318 addresses, then there is of course a huge risk of manipulation in the market, because once the order books get thin a little bit and people open a short position, they can just go to the settlement markets like Bitstamp or Bitfinex and market dump the order book, especially in those decision points when you have a wedge and the order book is quite thin to the downside, and you know that there are a lot of longs and you can long squeeze the market. The order book is thin, so you need like a bit of Tether, like a few 100,000 maybe, just to trigger to the downside, and then your short positions get actually very nice financed by the long positions. So what do you think about that, DaVinci? Do you think that this huge centralization of capital on Tether is maybe also a significant risk for the market in terms of manipulation?
Yes, I definitely think the if not the exchanges directly themselves, they have people hired out to manipulate the market and to their benefit. Because keep in mind, when you're dealing with exchanges like Bybit or BitMEX, where it's a direct gamble, there is nobody buying the Bitcoin and nobody selling selling Bitcoins on those exchanges. The only thing that's happening is that that they're taking the other side of the bet. Now, you've once said that, wait a second, no, they're getting funded by the shorts. Your longs is getting funded by the shorts. Yeah, technically a little bit. So, for example, if the shorts get blown out and there's a lot less shorts and there's more longs, well, they actually have to cover what's left that the shorts did not get paid, the shorts lost on. So they're losing money if there's enough longs and they're all right. Wow, that's a lot of money being lost. So it's in their best interest to take the market down a little bit and wipe out those longs, right? And rather pay the shorts than the longs. So.
Exactly. And also for everyone watching, yes, we are trading on these exchanges. Our team is trading there. Most of you guys are trading there, and that's fine. You can continue doing that, but you have to be aware of that fact. If you are not aware of that fact, you are trading uneducated. So that's why we wanted to tell you that. It was very, very important for us. Yes, you can take advantage of the market on these exchanges, but it is very, very risky, and you need a very properly set trading plan to do so. Just don't go out there without a trading plan, because otherwise it's just a gamble. So very important. That's the reason why you're subscribed to our channel. That's the reason why you're subscribed to DaVinci's channel, whose link is also in the description down below. And that's the reason why you are subscribed to DaVinci's Twitter channel, which is also in the description down below. So that being said, DaVinci, we will meet up in a few days in Hamburg. Everyone who wants to see us, everyone who wants to meet us, also our team of MMCrypto, you can just sign up in the Google Forms, which is in the description down below. And yeah, have some cold drinks with us on the 16th of August in Hamburg, with a location which will be emailed to you after you filled out the form. DaVinci, are you looking forward to it?
Yes, definitely. I love Germany. I've been there before, and I'm looking forward to going back.
Cool, man, cool. Also, today I'm wearing long trousers, no swim shorts, so there were no jokes from you today, DaVinci. Thank you so much for leaving me alone with this kind of stuff. There were so many comments yesterday. So thank you everyone for watching. DaVinci, any last words to say before we wrap up today's episode?
I really hope that a lot of people took my advice and not put in a lot of risk in that trade. I was very confident on that last trade, but you know what? It's always the first time that a trade will go badly on you. So it's always good to always put in just a small percentage, 1-2%, something you could lose that you can come back tomorrow and put in another 1-2% and get your money back, or more, even more.
So you don't get
wrecked.
Exactly. Don't get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Smash up the like button, subscribe to our channel, tick the little bell, and we will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto. As always, a Bybit tutorial is popping up just right here on the right side, here on the left side. So click it right now. Thank you so much for watching. We will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto very, very soon. And as always, guys, bye-bye.